All right, folks, welcome back. I'm not sure if you heard in the background. I got a sick 4-year-old, so I had to kind of take a moment and go help him out. And I think it's probably easier to split the videos into a couple of parts anyway. So let's take a look at the next question here. What are we going to do when we have a non-square object? Well, again, we're going to draw a net. So the circular ends are going to be similar to the ends of this, right? If you were to draw this into a net. And then we're going to have a rectangle in between them whose length is equal to the circumference of that circle. So the length of that wrapper on the outside, or this cardboard part, is equal to the circumference of the circle. So the surface area here is just going to be equal to, where's my drawing tool? This is pi r squared, this is pi r squared, so we've got 2 times pi r squared and then we also have the rectangular part, which is 2 pi r, the circumference of the circle, times h. So with all these numbers now, we have 2 times pi times the radius of this circle. What's the radius of this circle? When we have a 6-inch diameter, then our radius equals diameter divided by 2, right? Because radius is half the diameter. So it's going to be 3 inches. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 2 pi times 3 squared. And then the second part of this is going to be 2 times pi times 3, our radius again, times the height, 48 inches tall. That's a big shipping tube. All right, so 2 times pi times 3 squared. Hold on a second. All right, so I've pulled up my calculator here. So I can do 2 times pi times 3 squared. Pi, again, use the pi button, please, with your calculator. And then 3 squared. Notice that it squared it straight away, gave us a 9. Then we're going to add plus 2 times pi times radius, which is 3, times my height of 48. And then we can hit equals. And we can see the full equation here, 2 times pi times r squared plus 2 times pi times 3 times 8. Final answer, 961.327 surface area in square inches. We don't have any decimals in our question, so it makes sense to just put our final answer as 961 square inches. So again, that was the rounded version of 961. This is less than 5, so we round down. Okay, and actually, take all of this and move it down. As an answer there. That's our final answer, 961 square inches. And again, please forgive my messy writing. I will get much better, I'm sure, at drawing or writing with just a mouse. Okay, another question. Haley needs to wrap a Christmas present. The box is 14 inches long, 9 inches deep, 8 inches tall. How much paper will it take to cover the exterior? And so again, we have a situation where we're dealing with box. And it's a three-dimensional shape. So it's 14 inches long. 14 inches long. It is 9 inches deep. And it is 8 inches tall. Right, so box that's 14 inches long, 9 inches deep, 8 inches tall. What are all of our surfaces going to be? Right, the paper to cover the exterior is going to have to cover the front and the back, the top and the bottom, and the left and the right. We can do this with a net again. Sometimes that's the easiest way to make sure you don't miss anything. Or you can do it as basically a series of A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6. Your 6 different areas. And whether you call them A1 through A6 or you call it area of the front, area of the back. I don't think I can do subscript. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, what did I do? That's fancy. I have no idea what just happened there. So yeah, I'm still working with this tool and learning it. I might figure out how to do that. So area of the front. What is my area of the front? This is going to be 14 by 9, right? This top part is going to be 9. Oh, no, sorry, this front, because this is 8 inches tall, this side is 8 inches here as well, isn't it? So this should really be 14 by 8. The top is 14 along the bottom, and this 9 inches is the same as this 9 inches here, so that's 14 by 9. And this side is 8 by 9. And notice I'm saying 8 by 9, and I'm writing 8 times 9. So when we talk about by, like 8 by 14 or 8 by 9, those are dimensions, but the by also means a multiplication for the area, right? So we have 2 surfaces, front and back, that are 14 by 8. Let's start a new text box. So 14 by 8, that's equal to 112. 14 by 9, I better change my color. Actually, I should probably change it anyway. 14 by 9 is 126. And 8 by 9 is 72. Okay, so we got 2 surfaces that are 112. We got 2 surfaces that are 126. And we got 2 surfaces that are 72. Bring up my calculator again. Kind of goes everywhere here. Let's move it over here. 112 plus 112 plus 126 plus 126 plus 72 plus 72. And what do we get overall here? We get an answer of 520. Oh, except I missed a 1 in here because I wasn't looking. So that should be 620. And again, let's check our units. They are inches. So that's going to be square inches. Okay, last one coming up. So this is a cone question. Let's just clear everything from the previous one. Jennifer must make a conical funnel out of sheet metal. This is something you might do in shop so that you can make an oil pan or an oil funnel. If the funnel is 9 inches tall, has a slant height of 10.7 inches and a radius of 5.8 inches at the top, what is the surface area of the sheet metal in square feet? We got a hint that asks you to draw a net. So this is, let's draw this net, right? We've got the lateral part of this. I should do this the other way over. Okay, let's draw a net, or basically when you've got this funnel, if you were to unwrap it, you would have this sort of rounded pie wedge thing. Now the question is, do I need to also put a circle on here? If we're making a funnel is something that you use to pour from a large area into a small area. So this top, is it covered or is it open? Well, a funnel has to have an open top so you can pour into it. So we don't need a circle along the top. We don't want that. We just want this lateral area here. Recall when we were going through the first slide earlier today that the lateral area of a cone is pi rs. Right? The funnel is 9 inches tall, slant height of 10.7 inches, and a radius of 5.8 inches at the top. Radius, oh. What do we need? We need radius. Oh yeah, radius and slant height. That's all the information we need. So our area of a cone, we just use our formula. And I'm not sure if on your formula sheet it is just pi rs or if it's pi rs plus pi r squared. I have a feeling it might give you this whole thing. Now, it's important to remember what this means, right? Pi rs is the lateral area. Pi r squared is the area of the circle on the top, but we don't want that circle on the top. Right, so we're just going to use pi rs for this question. And so this will give us, let's use text instead, pi times radius of 5.8 inches times my slant height, which is 10.7 inches. So once again, I'm going to pull out my calculator. I need to use my mouse function. So pi times, this is fun trying to fit everything on one page, let me tell you. Pi times r of 5.8 times the slant height of 10.7, and we get an answer of 194.96. Again, no decimals. We do have one decimal in the question, but yeah, you could put it to one decimal place if you wanted to, which would be 194. Here, let me just write this down. Equals 194.967. 194.967 is approximately equal to 194. Actually, if we're going to go to one decimal place, we would look here at this 6 after the 9, and that would tell us to move that 9 up. What does a 9 move up to? It moves up to a 10, but we can't obviously write 194.10. That's not going to make sense because that's not the right number of decimal places. It's going to move the whole thing up to 195 or 195.0. And again, square inches, because we're dealing with inches and a surface area is always going to be in square units. Okay, hopefully by watching this, maybe watching it a couple times, it will help you to understand how to figure out surface areas. If you do have additional questions, come see me this afternoon on Zoom at, I believe, 2:15 is what I set out for your class. And you can complete your assigned workbook questions for lesson 3.3. Again, according to your checklist, do the lesson 3.3 questions, and best of luck with those. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye for now.